அருணாச்சலவரற்கேற்ற அக்ஷர மணமாலை சாற்ற கருணாகர கணபதியே கரமருளி காப்பாயே. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சலமென அறமே நினைப்பவர் அகத்தை வேறறுப்பாய் அருணாச்சலா. அழகு சுந்தரம் போல் அகமும் நீயும் கவினமாயிருப்போம் அருணாச்சலா. அகம் புகுந்தீர்த்துன் அககுகை சிறையாய் அமர்வித்ததென் கொல் அருணாச்சலா. ஆறு காவெனை ஆண்டெனை அகற்றிடு அகிலம் பழித்திடும் அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. இப்பழித்த புனை ஏன் நினைப்பித்தார் இனி யார் விடுவார் அருணாச்சலா. ஈன்றிடும் மன்னை பெரிதருள் புரிவோர் இதுவோ உனதருள் அருணாச்சலா. உனையே மாற்றி ஓடாதுள்ளத்தின் மேல் உறுதியாயிருப்பாய் அருணாச்சலா. ஊற்றூற்றுளம்பிட துணை கண்டடங்கிட உன்னழகை காத்தருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. என்னை அழித்தின் போது என்னை கலவாவிடில் இதுவோ ஆண்மை அருணாச்சலா. ஏன் இந்த உறக்கம் என்னை பிறரிழுக்க இது உனக்கழகோ அருணாச்சலா. ஐம்புல கள்வ அகத்தினில் புகும் போது அகத்தினில் இல்லையோ அருணாச்சலா. ஒருவனம் உன்னை ஒழித்தவர் வருவார் உன்றுதே இது அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. ஓம்கார பொருள் உயர்வில்லோய் உனையார் அறிவார் அருணாச்சலா. ஒவ்வை போல் எனக்கு அருளை தந்தென ஆடுவதுன் கடன் அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சலம் வாழி அன்பர்களும் வாழி அக்ஷரமணமாலை வாழி. ஓம் சகனா பவது சகனௌ புனக்து சக வீர்யம் கரவாவகை தேஜஸ்வினாவதீதமஸ்து மா வித்விஷாவகை. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. குரு பிரம்மா குரு விஷ்ணு குரு தேவோ மகேஸ்வரः குரு சாட்சாத் பரம் பிரம்மா தஸ்மை ஸ்ரீ குரவே நமः. அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் எனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் குணமும் நீ அல்லால் என்னேனிவற்றை என்னுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையுர் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையுர் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே. சதாசிவசமாரம்பாம் சங்கராச்சார்ய மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். ஹரி ஓம். நமஸ்காரம். அடாது மழை பெய்ந்தால் விடாது வரும். நீங்களாம் வந்திருக்கீங்க. Suppose you all have come in spite of heavy winds, I suppose. I heard. Is it so? Anyway, that's wonderful. That shows your sincerity and your determination. That's really good. So this time we are going to see this Amirthabindu Upanishad. Last time we took Kaivalya Upanishad. Do you remember? Last time we took Kaivalya Upanishad. And this time we are going to take Amirthabindu. So this is also one of the minor Upanishads. Since I have said it is a minor Upanishad, don't underestimate it, saying that it is just a minor Upanishad. No. See, they say, almost 108 Upanishads, even more they say. And among them, great acharyas have commented on 10 Upanishads, that they call it as major Upanishad. It's called as major Upanishad because these acharyas have commented on that. That's why it is called as major Upanishads. Isha, Kena, Katha, Mundaka and all. And this Amirthabindu Upanishad doesn't come under that major Upanishad. But it's still a beautiful Upanishad. It is from Atharvana Veda. It's from Atharvana Veda. And they say there are 5 Bindu Upanishads. Like Nada Bindu Upanishad, Brahma Bindu Upanishad, Tejo Bindu Upanishad, Dhyana Bindu Upanishad, and this Amirthabindu Upanishad. So among these 5, it is said this Amirthabindu Upanishad is very popular. It is very popular because it is very short, very sweet, very straight. As I told you today morning, it was very straight. And to my surprise, I found it is very similar to Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi's Atma Vichara. See, though Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi was always talking Advaita Vedanta only, but his approach is very unique, very different. I somehow found the same sort of approach when I tried explaining this in our Chennai Upanishad class. Yes, some devotees were very taken up. This is true. And people ask, what is the pramanam of Bhagavan's Upadesam or the Atma Vichara? Here is the pramanam actually. Here is the pramanam I would say. So that is why I wanted to take this Upanishad and share with you all. See, first of all, the rishis, whenever they take up any text, they talk about the subject matter, the Vishaya. What is the subject matter of this Amirthabindu Upanishad? It is Adhyatma Vidya. It is the knowledge of the self and nothing else. It doesn't talk much about worldly things or a political situation in a period of time or some social revolution, or it doesn't talk about some sort of wars. No, it purely talks only about Adhyatma, the Atma Vidya. And what is the Prayojanam? Prayojanam is when you really study deeply and when you contemplate on it, you gain abidance in this Atma, the self. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi has beautifully said, Anmavil Nittanavai. May you gain abundance in this Atma, the self. This is the ultimate goal, to gain abundance in one's own self. So I tell you once again, it is not to gain any vision of some form, some divine form, or a god. Or it is not to develop some spiritual or some extraordinary powers. No. It is to understand our own self and to gain abundance in our own true self. That is the prayojana. When you reflect on it, when you meditate on it, you gain that abundance. That is the real prayojana. Since we do not know who we are really, since we mix up with the body-mind, we suffer in this world outside. When we know who we are truly, and when we can gain that abundance, then we are liberated. So this is the prayojana. So what is the sambandha? Sambandha means this text, Amirthabindu Upanishad, which contains the Adhyatma Jnana, that will lead you to gain the abundance in the self. And once again, they talk about Adhikari also. Who is a qualified student? Who is a qualified student to study this text? See, in traditional Vedanta Shastra, they say, Viveka, Vairagya, Shat, Sampatti, Mokshutvam, Chaiti. Though it is said that way, I would say a person who has lived his life dharmically and who has understood the hollowness of this world, the material pursuit. Meaning, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, this is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This worldly pursuit or this samsara is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. In 2 words, he sums up everything about this samsara. Though we enjoy happiness here and there, it is dukkhalayam. It is full of sorrow. Mupu, Pini, Sakar. They talk about these 3 things. Mupu means old age, Jara. Then disease, Vyadhi, death, Maranam. So these 3 things are terrible. I don't know whether you have seen anybody in close quarters on the deathbed. I have seen recently. I tell you, you develop real dispassion. So for the child to come out of the womb also, it's a great struggle. And the jiva to depart from this body also, still greater struggle. And in between also, because of its own foolishness, because of its wrong values, and mad attachments, this jiva suffers only. So it is dukkhalayam and ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means what? Nothing remains. Everything changes, everything perishes. Whatever relationship you build, you find it to be very hollow and it goes away. So one who has understood the true nature of our worldly existence and one who seeks something higher, meaningful. Is there something higher? See, Bharati, Subramanya Bharati used to say, Tedi Choranidam Tindu, Chinnam Chidukadekal Pesi, Manam Vadi Miga Ulandu, Pirarvada Palasayargal Seidu, Narehudi Kidaparvamedi Kodum Kutrik Irayanapin Mayum Medikai Manidaripo, he says. Meaning what? Our own lives. Just live, to eat. Swamiji, bread and butter, to win bread and butter, we are struggling. We have no time. That's what we say now. Chinnam Chidukadagal Pesi means we waste all our time. What Chinnam Chidukadagal? Like gossip, continuous chatting, messaging, texting, social media, and manam body miga ulandu. Always this or that worry. Ulandu. And not only that, we don't allow anybody to be happy around us. Since I am not happy, I don't want anybody to be happy. So we freely distribute sorrow and misery everywhere, wherever we go. Naraigudi Kidapparvami. Then naturally you grow. And old age and disease and death. Is this what life? Bharati asks. So one who has realized this, the hollowness of this worldly existence, and one who asks this sacred question, is there anything higher? Is there which is Shashvatam, which is real, and which can really give me happiness, always? So when this inquiry starts, then only we are fit students. And then this seeker approaches a guru. That is very important. In our traditional Vedanta thought, this is very important. We have to approach a teacher because if you are left with yourself, you will fall a victim to the whims and fancies of your own mind. And you interpret in your own way everything. Your own little intellect interprets in its own way everything. Even the Shastras. So we have to approach a guru teacher and then learn from him. We have to approach him with all Shraddha Bhakti, with humility, and then learn the scripture and then contemplate on it. He is a true Adhikari. And then this knowledge is for him. And this is the ultimate knowledge. In the Vedas, this is the end portion of Veda. Meaning what? Vedanta, Upanishad. Meaning it talks about the highest, the ultimate. Beyond that, there is nothing. Our rishis, they assert, beyond this, there is nothing. And yad gatva nanivartante. When you realize this, you will never come back. Once gone, gone. Yad gatva nanivartante. Such assurances they give. So that is this Adhyatma Jnana. All the other sadhanas are only to gain some sort of purification. Chitta Ekadhriti. Chitta Ekadhrita means what? Concentration of the mind and all. But the real thing is to discover our own true self and to abide in it. See, there are two things. One is discovering our own true self and gaining abidance. I tell you, it is not that simple, gaining abidance. It is hard work. But Swami, morning you said, Ayye Ati Sulabham. It is a morning class. It is Sulabham only, but to fight against one's own vasanas, one's own mind, sankalpa, vikalpas. I tell you, it's a real battle. Then, when you gain that abidance, you are called as Maharaj, the Chakravarti, the King of Kings. Why? You have conquered everything. So, with this small introduction, we shall go into the Upanishad. So, to gain the abidance in one's own self, not for anything else. For that, you should have inquired about this world and you should have understood. This is hollow. This is asaram, ashashvatam. Otherwise, this will not inspire you. That is why only very few people come for Upanishad classes and for serious Vedanta discussion. If it is a Ramayana or a Bhagavatam, a lot of people come. If it is for a puja, Parayana, yes, you get a big crowd. Why? It is easy and you can just keep your mind there. And none of your concepts and ideas are shaken there. You are in your own comfort zone. But when you come to the hall of Vedanta, you are so scared because your pet ideas are questioned. You are shaken. So this is something very fascinating. So we will see what is this Upanishad. So any Vedantic text or Upanishad starts with an invocation. Invocation means a prayer. Those days, the Guru and the Shishya, before beginning their class, they sat and they chanted this invocation, this prayer, so that their mind would be quietened, and then they learn this scripture with a clear mind. So I suppose it is not given there. Anyway, it is only Bhadram Karnebi. You please repeat, because some of you may not know. Om Bhadram Karnebi Shrunyama Deva. Bhadram Karnebi Shrunyama Deva. Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatra. Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatra. Sthirairangai stuštuvagam sastanubhihi. Sthirairangai sastanubhihi. Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu. Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu. Swasti na indro vruddhashravah. Swasti na indro vruddhashravah. Swasti na pusha vishvavedah. Swasti na pusha vishvavedah. Swasti nastakshyo arishtanemihi. Swasti nastakshyo arishtanemihi. Swasti no bruhaspatir dhadatu. Swasti no bruhaspatir dhadatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this is the invocation where it is said Om. Om means it's a divine symbol of the Supreme Self. Om Bhadram Karnemihi Shrunyama. O Devaha, O gods. Bhadram Karnebihi Shrunyama. Through our ears, may we hear only auspicious things. Bhadram means auspicious. May we hear only auspicious things. Bhadram Pashyema Akshavihi Jatraha. Jatraha means, O worshipful ones, may we, through our eyes, only see auspiciousness. Most wonderful prayer. Why? Why it is wonderful prayer? Because through our senses only, we put all sorts of things inside us. We gather all the impression through the senses and through our reaction towards the impulses what we have received. And through these gateways only, the world enter and disturb us. Already we have got a lot of things within which can really disturb us. And in addition to that, we add on. So here the prayer is, through our ears, may we hear only auspicious things. Meaning what? Even if we listen, let us listen to divine chants and that music which quieten our mind, which soothes our nerves. Not that rajasic thing, which agitates and which invokes that rajasiness, that kind of passion in us. No. So here the seeker, he prays, O Lords, let us hear only auspicious things. And also, let us see only auspiciousness. Meaning what? This is very powerful instrument. It can create a lot of impression. So through eyes, let us only see auspicious things. If at all we see something, let us try to see only good in others. If we have to see something bad, let us introspect and try to find what is wrong with me. We do just the opposite. We try to find fault with others and we don't introspect. And we say, chalta hai, means it all will be all right. With our own selves, we say, everything will be all right. But with others, we become very terrible. But here, let us see goodness everywhere. See, when Duryodhana was asked, you go and see who, and please report to me whether people are good or bad. Then what Duryodhana reported? Everybody is bad. And when Dharma was asked, he came and reported, everybody is basically good. It is only the matter of how you see it. Is that not so? So let us see goodness, auspicious. And Sthirairangahi Tushtuvadamsa Stanubihi. Sthirairangahi means let our limbs be hale and healthy. This is very important. See, only when we grow in age, we realize this is very, very important. See, even for our sadhana, for anything, we should be healthy. We should be hale and hearty. Otherwise, even though we strive, always we are pulled down. So let our limbs be healthy. And let us engage those healthy limbs only in worshipping thee or in praise of thee. It is not for gossiping or for any other thing. It is only to praise thee in the worship of thee. Tanubihi vyashema devahitam yadayuhu. And as long as we live, yadayuhu, as long as we live in this world, may we always fulfill your wish. Meaning what? Thine will be done, not mine will say. We say no. So let thine will be done. So let me become an instrument. This is the actual spirit of this statement. And let me serve you, O Lord. As long as this body lives, let me serve you, O Lord. What a wonderful prayer. And then here, the Guru and Shishya, they pray to the divine gods. Swasti na Indro Viddashravaha. Here Naha means to us. Swasti. Swasti means for our well-being. Swasti. Let the great Lord Indra, Vriddashravaha, who is very famous. Vriddha means very ancient and also very famous. Let him bless us for our well-being. Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. And let the great Lord Surya Narayana Bhagavan, Pusha, Vishwavedaha, all knowing, let he illumine our intellect. That is what we say in Gayatri. Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Why? Only when he illuminates our intellect, then we can think, we can understand, we can appreciate. Isn't it? We got it. My God, I understood. I got it. Meaning what? A spark. That is because of the blessing of that divine intelligence. So let that sun god, Surya Narayana Bhagavan, let him bless me. Swastinastakshyo adishtanevi. Here we are seeking the blessings of Arishtanevi, the remover of obstacle. Who is the remover of obstacle? Here the Lord of swift motion, who is none other than Garuda. Here we are invoking Garuda. For what? To remove all the obstacles in the path of sadhana. So I tell you, when you progress slowly and steadily in this path, you will get more and more obstacles. Why? To make you very strong. And to give you a lot of dispassion. It is not bed of roses. Some people tell me, Swamiji, when we never attended all these discourses, these satsangs, we were well off. We were very happy. But after coming here, after breaking our heads, we become more and more miserable. We know what to be done, but we they are unable to do. ரொம்ப கொடுமையா இருக்கு Swamiji. And when you sit for meditation, a lot of things come out. So much so that we don't want to sit for meditation at all. So we got stuck. And a lot of people have got some thought fixation. Whenever they sit for meditation, their mind goes to a particular thought. It gets obsessed. Thought fixation. I do not know whether you have experienced all those things. In any seeker's life, these things may happen. Thought fixation, obsession. More you try to control your mind, the more the mind will play hell on you. So these are all obstacles actually. And the biggest obstacle when you meditate is sleep. Most of the people do not know whether they are in samadhi or in deep sleep. They come and ask me, Swamiji, I meditated and I didn't know anything. Did I sleep or I was in samadhi? And I said, how do I know? You should know. After coming out of that state, are you feeling very fresh, very more aware, or are you feeling drowsy, a little dull? How do you feel? That also we don't know. It means they are in tamas only actually. If they are really being in samadhi or in that deep meditation, it is something else. You are very refreshed. Is that not so? So therefore, these are all the obstacles. And also Bhagavan talks about Jada Samadhi. You may enter into Jada Samadhi, he says. Though it is sort of a Samadhi, but it is not helpful. Because when you come out of it, you are back to square one. All the vasanas are intact. He calls it as Jada Samadhi. Sometimes it may happen. And he calls it as Layam also. In Upadesha Saram, Upadesha Undiyar and all, he calls it as Layam. But he talks about Manonasham as the ultimate goal. So these are all the obstacles. So here, the Sishya and the Guru, they are invoking the Lord's grace to go beyond all these obstacles. And Swastino Brihaspati Dhatatu. And let the Brihaspati, the Guru of all the Devas, let him bless us. For all the spiritual wealth, let him bless us. With this invocation, they say, Om Shanti Shanti. As you know by now, these three Shantis are chanted for Adhyatma and for Adi Bhautika and Adi Dhaivika. To have a real quiet and serene atmosphere without and within so that you can take off. So this is chant. Imagine early morning, the Brahma Muhurta, the Guru and Shishya, their minds very fresh, very alert, invoking the Lord's grace, and then starting this Upanishad mantras, this study of Upanishads. How wonderful it would have been. So actually, these students were very, very matured. These Upanishad students were very, very matured and very advanced actually. This you will understand from their very question. From their question you can understand this. And Gurus also were no ordinary Gurus. They were all Kshotriyas and Brahmanishtas, well established. They have nothing more to gain from this world or from the sadhana. So when such a Guru and such a Shishya, when they meet each other, when they sit for study, it becomes most auspicious. So that is how this Amirthabindu Upanishad also starts. As I told you, there are only 22 mantras. And it's very straight. So here in this Upanishad, the Rishi is not mentioned. Generally they mention the name of the Rishi, the Guru who is teaching. And also the Sishya who is asking question. But here there is no mention about the names of the Guru or the Sishya. In Kena Upanishad and all, it starts with a question. But here, the question is only sort of hidden. Straight away it starts with the answer from the Guru. So we will see what is the answer. Then we will try to infer what must have been the question. Right? Now we will chant. You all have the text in your hand. Mano hi dvividam proktam.
Mano hi dvividam proktam.
Shuddham cha shuddhameva cha.
Shuddham cha shuddhameva cha.
Ashuddham kama sankalpam.
Ashuddham kama sankalpam.
Shuddham kama vivarjitam.
Shuddham kama vivarjitam.
Once again. Mano hi dvividam proktam.
Mano hi dvividam proktam.
Shuddham cha shuddhameva cha.
Shuddham cha shuddhameva cha.
Ashuddham kama sankalpam.
Ashuddham kama sankalpam.
Shuddham kama vivarjitam.
Shuddham kama vivarjitam.
Here the Guru begins his discourse by saying, Mano hi dvividam proktam. The mind is of two kinds. Dvividam. Proktam. It is said by the great masters. It is said, mind is of two types. Dvividam proktam. And what is that? Shuddham cha ashuddhameva cha. One is pure mind, Shuddham cha ashuddhameva cha. And the other one is impure mind. So what would have been the question? The question would have been, oh Lord, what is this mind which is troubling me so much? What is this mind? See, straight away the discourse starts with the inquiry into what is this mind? Why it is troubling me? How to control this mind? Or how to transcend, go beyond this mind? See, this shows the maturity of the seeker. He is not inquiring about why this world is going like this. Values have gone down. I don't know what is going to happen to this world. No. See, when people go to Nisargadatta Maharaj, such questions, he say, not in this shop. It is not available in this shop. You go to the next shop. Meaning what? These kind of questions are very, very cheap. There is no end to those discussions also. Nowadays, youngsters, I don't know what's going to happen to them. As if this person was very great when he was young. You go and ask his father or mother, then you will know everything about his history. So, the discussion is not about the world or not about petty things. What is the nature of the mind? Why is it so turbulent? Why is it so much troubling me? What to do about it? How to go beyond it? Then the Guru says, the mind is of two kinds. Dvividam proktam. One is pure mind and another is called as impure mind. Shuddham cha ashuddhameva cha. Then naturally the question arises, what is the pure mind or what is the impure mind? Then here in the second line, Guru says, ashuddham kama sankalpam. See, this is why I said he is very straight. This Rishi is not mincing his words. He is not beating around the bush. He is not trying to polish everything. No. It is very blunt. It is very straight. Ashuddham kama sankalpam. That mind which is full of desire. Kama means desire. Technically, it is only just desire. Whatever desire it means. See, in Tamil, sometimes kama means people think it is only sexual desire. No. It is passion. No. All sorts of desire is called as kama. And sankalpa. Sankalpa, vikalpa means what? Fanciful thinking. Sankalpa, vikalpa. Whims and fancies, they say. of the mind. And Guruji here gives a beautiful example. I am following Guruji's commentary, Swami Tejamanji's commentary. He says, Sankalpa means it starts as a very small suggestion. Why can't we do this way? Why can't we have that? I suppose that is most beautiful, that is wonderful. It starts like that, and then when you think about it again and again, it becomes very strong as desire and obsession. So that mind, which is full of kama sankalpa, this fanciful imagination and lot of desires, that is ashuddham. Why it is called ashuddham, you know? Because of these desires and fanciful thinking, the mind will never settle in the own self, will never settle within one's heart. It is always thrown out, bahirmukha. It's thrown out into this world. So it is called as impure mind. See, once a devotee approached Bhagavan and said, Bhagavan, I have one desire. What is that? I want to go to this Virupaksha cave and want to meditate there peacefully. Bhagavan said, don't entertain such sankalpas. If you are unable to do, you have to be born again, only to fulfill that wish. This is called a sankalpa. If I go to Kashi, the banks of the river Ganges, I may sit and I may lose myself. If you go to Ganges, first of all, you will not have any place to sit. What I mean is, full of people, noise, this, that, and you say, oh my God, everything is dirty. Why people are like this? You start complaining. Or if you go there and sit your eyes, close your eyes, then you may have some fanciful fears also. There is a flood in Ganges. What will happen to you? So therefore, this is called a sankalpa. You can comfortably meditate in your own room, in your own, even in your own bed. You just sit up and meditate. You can, but you have a fanciful idea. Only when I go to Kashi or when I go to Himalayas. See, there is nothing wrong in going to Himalayas or going to Kashi, but this is called a fanciful thing. Only when I go there and sit, nothing is going to happen. The same mind will follow you. There are the same vasanas, the same foolish self. There also, we will be building another samsara. So therefore, that mind, which is full of kama sankalpa, desires, and these fanciful thoughts, that is ashuddha, pure. Because it takes you away from your own self. See, when there are desires, we cannot sit quiet. There are so many thoughts, and you want to act on it, and you want to fulfill it. And even if you fulfill it, it is going to leave an impression in your heart, called as vasanas. And it's going to push you again and again into same channel of thinking and to same sorts of action. That is why it is called as very inauspicious, ashubham. That which takes you away from the self, that is ashubham. These kama sankalpas, they take you away from your own self, away from your own source, the heart. So it is ashubham. Then, what is shubham? Shubham, kama vivarjitam. That heart or that mind which is not entertaining any desires, kama vivarjitam, that is pure. That is pure mind. Why? When there are no kama, there are no desires, mind is naturally quiet, very cheerful, and prashanta, very quiet, serene. And it can inquire. and it can just glide into its own self. So it is very pure. So to gain this purity only, we struggle so much in our Adhyatma sadhana. See, it is said in Gita, all Karma Yoga is done only to gain this Chitta Shuddhi. And even all the divine worship, the bhakti you develop towards the Lord is to gain this purity. So everything is done. Tirtha Yatra or Vratangal, whatever you do, is to gain this purity. Once when this purity is achieved, when the desires, when they reduce, then you are serene and peaceful. And then the pursuit becomes very easy. I tell you one thing, as long as the vasanas are there, these fanciful imagination, desires are there, how much soever you struggle, the mind will not settle down. So therefore, we have to develop proper viveka and vairagya. Vairagyameva abhyam. Vairagyena cha gruhyate, Krishna says. Through vairagya only you can gain that meditation. So therefore, you can study any amount of scriptures. You can understand. You can even give wonderful discourses on all these shastras. But still, to develop that kind of a vairagya, that is something else. That is why these great saints are respected, worshipped, because they have gained through vairagya. It is not for anything else. Tyage neke amritatvamanashu. Only through true renunciation this can be attained. What is tyaga? This tyaga should come out of proper vairagya, viveka and vairagya. Otherwise, it is not tyaga. So therefore, this mind, which has understood the nature of the world as dukkhalayam ashashvatam, therefore it has given it up. And with Guru's Upadesha, now it has understood that this is the source of everything auspicious, source of all bliss. And then it wants to seek that divine source. That is the pure mind. Our Acharya always used to say, when a person grows in age, if he finds more and more desires, it means he has lived a wrong life, adharmic life. Meaning what? With growing, he should become more and more what? Gracefully he should grow. More and more mature. So when he reaches the Vanaprastha, he should now say, enough is enough. I have done everything in the world, enough is enough. Now there is no time to waste. I am going to focus only on Adhyatma. But you know what? This mind will not allow us. It will give so many excuses, so many justifications for going out into this world. So Ashuddha, that is called as Kama Sankalpa. Ashuddham Kama Sankalpa. Shuddham Kama Vivarjitam. And we are coming again and again to this world because of the desire only. Gurudev, in his book, The Art of Meditation in Life, he says, after this, let us say this class, this Jnana Yajna, where will you go? If I ask this question, some may say, I may go back home. And some would say, we are going to a restaurant. And some would say, we are going to a film. movie. Why? The thought which is predominant in you. After the class, I want to watch a movie. Then that desire will take you to the cinema theater. I want to eat good food. This is a weekend. So I want to enjoy. So this thought will take you to the restaurant. And some people may say, no, I want to go and meditate. I have listened to this wonderful Amirthabindu Upanishad. I want to contemplate on it. I can't waste my time. I will have a very little food and then I will sit. When this desire comes, this is also desire only. Then you will rush to, for what? To go and sit in meditation and contemplate. So whatever may be your desire, that will take you to the next field of experience. So similarly, when you are on the deathbed, whichever vasana is predominant, whichever desire you have got, whichever is pushing you, that takes the jiva to fulfill that kind of a desire in that sort of convenient, conducive environment, the field of experience. Suppose, let us say, there is no desire. Then it will not go anywhere. It just gets absorbed in the heart. That's what Bhagavan Ramana says. Pokum varavum punarvum illa punyane, kakkum en kavalane, kanbariya puirodi. Tiruvasagam Manikavasagar says. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to achieve. So when you reach this state, there is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Then only you are free. As long as you feel that you have to do something, you have to achieve something, or you have to be there, be here, there. So therefore, when Bhagavan was in his deathbed, let us say, it's not the right word, but still, and the devotees were crying. Then Bhagavan asked, where am I going to go? He said, I am here. Meaning what? As the Satchit Ananda, or as that existence principle, I am here, he said. So therefore, when there is no desire, the mind settles down. Swamiji, can we have a desire to attain liberation? Yes. That desire destroys all other desire. But sometimes, if you are not very alert, that can become an obstacle. We have to drop. Ultimately, we have to drop everything. Ennam yeduvo adu seivar. Kanne undan kadal neer kaadar perukke. I tell you, this is ultimate. Oh Lord, whatever bhukti or mukti, you take care of everything. I will not think about anything. Ennam yeduvo adu seivar. Thine will be done, not mine. I only request for only one thing. May devotion swell in my heart towards your lotus feet. This is the prayer. So therefore, it is said very beautifully, Ashuddham kama sankalpam, Shuddham kama vivarjitam. And moving on to the second verse. This is the oft-quoted mantra, the most beautiful mantra. You will get it nowhere except this Upanishad. Very beautiful. Mana eva manushyana karanam bhanda mokshayoho bhandaya vishaya saktam muktam vishayam smrutam mana eva manushyana karanam bhanda mokshayoho bandhaya vishaya saktam muktam nirvishayam smrutam
Muktam nirvishayam sudam.
Please try to by heart this mantra and remember it always. It will help you. Whenever you point fingers at others, at the world, because of him I am suffering, because of that I am suffering. No. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Mind alone is a cause for bondage and for liberation also. This is the most beautiful statement made by our ancient rishis. So the mind alone is a cause for the bondage and for the liberation. Even for liberation, yes. Only with this mind we have to strive, na? இந்த மனசை கரிச்சு கொட்டே இருந்த பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை. Yes. உள்ளாதான் இருக்கு இந்த மனசு. But with this instrument only, we have to seek the higher also. How? If you ask this question, how? How do you say? Rishi himself answers. Bandhaya vishayasaktam, vishaya asaktam. When the mind is attached to the sense objects. Vishaya means what? Sense objects. Then what happens? That mind leads to bondage. Sense object means not only an object, the person, or anything where you are so attached, that leads to bondage. I feel communism alone can deliver. Communism alone can deliver. I feel very strongly. I feel Advaita alone is right. All this Vishishta Advaita, Advaita and all nonsense. You are so obsessed. That will lead to the bondage only. So whatever may be your attachment towards any object or emotions or even an idea, a thought, that leads to bondage. Actually speaking, the Vedanta Shastra says, there is no problem in this Ishvara Shrishti. It talks about Ishvara Shrishti and Jiva Shrishti. Ishvara Shrishti means what? The world. You see, with the sky, with ocean, with forest. A wonderful world. Panchamahabhutas. You see, no? There's no problem in this Ishvara Shrishti. And then the mind starts its projection. It's called a Jiva Shrishti. Meaning what? Because of its likes and dislikes. Everything starts from there. Samsara swapna tulyohi raga dveshadi sankulaha swakale satyavat bhati prabodhe satya sat bhave. In Atma Bodham, Adi Shankara very clearly states, Samsara swapna tulyohi. This samsara is like a dream. Raga dveshadi sankulaha. Meaning it is full of raga and dvesha. Swakale satyavat bhati. When you are going through it, when you are experiencing it, it appears as if it is so real. Prabodhe sati. When you are awakened, asat bhave. It becomes just nothing. Meaning the mind, because of its vasanas, it categorizes. Number one, it says, I am something else different and there is a world in front of me. From there it starts. This is the first sin. It's called the first sin. The first sin is what? Body identification. Dehoham. And then what you say? I am inside this body, I am a jiva. And in front of me there is Jagat, there is this beautiful world. This is the first sin. Actually, to see the world is the first sin. Other than oneself. Other than oneself. And then, when this platform is created, then the vasana starts its projection. Because of the impression, you categorize certain things to be beautiful, wonderful, I like it, I want to have it. This is called as raga. Say, maybe the object may be the same, but different person have got a different perspective. He will say, oh, I don't like it. Always I used to quote this example of puli and jala. Tamarind rice. If you go to a South Indian Brahmin's house, Iyengar's house, puliyodari. In Sri Rangam, if you go, oh my God, they give the prasadam in small donnai only. You wonder why they are giving small donnai. That's why it's so tasty. Amritam, you say. And you say, my God, it's wonderful. You give it to an Australian, to a white, oh, this is the most wonderful, delicious food. Pudi and chadam, he puts, what is this nonsense? Why? What is this nonsense? He will say. Alright? My God, it's so wonderful. In the same object. Mind, because of its asanas, categorizes as wonderful or obnoxious. Oh. Some people say, the fish. I mean, why are you talking about all these? No, I just an example. But for some people, they can't stand the smell. Some people cannot sleep without that smell. See? So the mind categorizes because of its likes and dislikes. And then it pursues. It runs behind that which it likes and runs away from that which it dislikes. This is samsara. However you think, this is samsara. So this mind is a cause for the bondage. If you educate your mind properly, through study of scriptures, through Guru's Upadesha, and when we reduce the likes and dislikes, and when you detach yourself from the world of objects, emotions and thoughts, slowly and steadily, when you can educate the mind to abide in your own self, that mind itself will lead you to liberation. That is why it is said, you are your true friend and you are your worst enemy. You have to lift yourself by yourself. Said in the Gita, Udhared Atmanam Atmanam. Said now. So, this mind, when it is full of raga and dvesha, when it is attached to the world of objects, it becomes the source of bondage. It leads you to bondage. The same mind, when it is educated properly, when it is trained properly, when it can choose the shreyas, the path of shreyas, and when it can apply itself on its own source. See, all these things are happening in the realm of mind only. Please understand. Whatever sadhana you may be doing, it is all happening in the realm of mind only. Even the liberation, whatever you talk about, is happening only in the realm of the mind. Because the Atma is never bound, it is never liberated. It is Nitya Muktaha. It is always liberated. Please understand. Everything is happening in the realm of mind only. The samsara is in the realm of mind. The bondage, what we feel, that is in the realm of mind. The suffering is in the realm of mind. So the understanding and the sadhanas is in the realm of mind. And realizing one's own self is also in the realm of mind only. Are you sure, Swamiji? Yes. It is said, even in that highest samadhi state, it's a very subtle thought. Kantakara vritti, they say. Through that only, the Atma or the Brahman is realized or known. Not only that it is known, only the reflection. And then you go beyond. See how you don't ask here from here, how don't howl or why. You go there and you know it. How, why, you know it. So therefore, that mind which is full of attachment towards the worldly object, it is bound. And that which is free from any attachment, nirvishayam. Nirvishayam means what? It is not attached to anything. So Gurudev beautifully puts it. A perfect man's mind is like a mirror. It accepts everything, rejects nothing, reflects everything, and retains nothing. What a beautiful statement. A perfect man's mind is like a mirror. When you go in front of the mirror, it accepts everybody, no? You do not say, oh, you are not a Brahmana. Oh, you are a Shudra. Don't come in front of me. Go, go, go. The mirror will never say. It will accept everybody. It rejects nobody. And it truly reflects every image, everybody. Is that not so? But when that fellow has gone, oh, this fellow was a wonderful fellow. How will I let him go? I will not let him go. No! When he is gone, that image is gone. He retains nothing. It is very fresh. So that the other person can come and look into it and he can see himself there. Similarly, the perfect man's mind is always fresh. It goes through everything. It rejects nothing. But it retains nothing. I tell you, this is the most wonderful thing. Like a cracked pot. Like a cracked pot. Water pan. You can pour anything in it, but it will not retain anything. Everything is gone. So if we can live like a cracked pot, already we are cracked pot only. Cracked up. Cracked pot means what? Whatever experiences come to us, we accept it as Lord's prasad and we go through it with a smile on our face. It's very hard, it's very difficult, it's very easy to talk. It's very practically, it's very difficult. And then you allow everything to pass. Hold on to nothing, good or bad. Hold on to nothing. Let everything pass. There you are. This is the secret of meditation. Let everything pass. But we will not allow that way. That which we like so much, we will not allow it to pass. I love him so much. I only wish I always be with him, in his company. I hate him so much. I can't stand him. I don't want to look at him. This is a very violent reaction from our mind. Both are reactions only, violent reactions only. That leads to the bondage. Whoever comes is my Lord only. I'm happy. I love, I serve. And whoever goes, I allow them to go. That is true love. The true signature of love is to set everybody free. Gurudev, in his book I Love You, he says, the true signature of love is to set everybody free. Set everybody free means what? When somebody comes, you are happy, you love, you serve. When somebody goes, you allow them to go. Vanda ஏன் வந்தேன்னு கேட்க மாட்டேன், போனா ஏன் போறேன்னு கேட்க மாட்டேன். This is the principle Bhagavan was having all throughout his life. People came to his ashram. He will never ask, why did you come? What is your business here? When somebody says, Bhagavan, I want to go. Okay. He will never say, why can't you stay for some more time? Go. Meaning what? You are just like that, allowing everything to pass. Meaning you are not attached to anything. Nirvishayam manaha. Then muktam srutam. That is freedom. That kind of a mind will lead you to liberation. It's all very easy to speak. Once again, you don't know, you are not married, you don't have children. We parents, we can let go anything, but not our children. Swamiji, we can't. It's our own blood, our own everything. We hold on. That which we hold on, it gives a lot of misery, a lot of sorrow to us. That becomes a great obstacle, pratibandha, in the path of the divine. That's why Khalil Gibran says, the children are born through you, not to you. Meaning what? You are an instrument for the child, for the jiva to come into this world. And yes, you have to play the role properly, you have to take care, you have to guide everything. But beyond the point, you cannot change anybody's destiny. You cannot change anybody. You can't change yourself. How can you change others? So therefore, allow the jiva to travel in its own path. That jiva has got its own destination to reach. அவரவர் பிராரப்த பிரகாரம் அதற்கானவன் ஆங்காங்கிருந்து ஆட்டி வைப்பான். என்றும் நடவாதது என் முயற்சிக்கும் நடவாது. நடப்பது என் தடை செய்யணும் இல்லாது. இதுவே திண்ணம் ஆகலின் மௌனமா இருக்கை நன்று. Bhagavan has said very clearly, every jiva has got its own prarabdha. According to that, the jiva lives. Whatever the jiva has to experience, everything is predetermined. So you cannot change anything. Whatever role you are playing, play it beautifully. And beyond the point, you say, oh Lord, please take care, and just withdraw. That alone we can do. Beyond the point, we can't help anybody. So, if we allow everything to pass, or Surandi Parkal, allow everything to pass, I tell you, that is meditation. And that is spiritual way of living. But if you hold on to anything, you are asking for trouble. Big trouble. You are not here to change anybody in this world. You are here to change yourself. That's why Sri Yoga Swami says, எவன்டா இந்த உலகத்தை திருத்தினான்? இயேசு வந்தான், புத்த வந்தான். எல்லோரும் தன்னை திருத்தி கொண்டு போனார். எவன்டா இந்த உலகத்தை திருத்தினான்? He asks. Yesu, Jesus Christ came, Buddha came. Who changed this world? They only changed themselves. Meaning what? We cannot change the world. Because world is our mind's projection. If we change our vision, our everything, there is no world, or the world changes. So therefore, we should not get caught anywhere, I tell you. These people can get caught anywhere. This, reformation, social reformation. Or I want to give enlightenment to everybody. Are you enlightened? Don't ask me that question. I want to give enlightenment to everybody. I want to give this knowledge to everybody. Are you wise? Don't ask me. We get caught somewhere or other. I tell you. So therefore, manayeva manushyanam karanam bandha moksha. The mind alone is the cause of the bondage or for the liberation. So what is mind? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, the flow of thoughts is mind. What is a thought? The thought has got two aspects. Can be classified into idam vritti and aham vritti. Thought about this or that. And I thought, he says, thought about oneself. I thought. He says all the thoughts depend on this I thought. So therefore he says mind means just the I thought is called as mind. Because all the thoughts are from the I thought or dependent on the I thought only. So when you inquire into the source of this I thought, that thought also perishes. So because of this mind, this ego sense, there is samsara. When that is destroyed, there is liberation. So therefore, it is very clearly said, this mind alone should be conquired. Conquired means what? It should be transcended. How to transcend? If you seek the source of the mind, that is transcended. Through proper vichara, proper thinking, it can be transcended. So the same idea is going to be explained in Atma Vidya Kirtana also, in the morning class also, in a very different, beautiful way. So the same idea is going to come in the Amirthabindu Upanishad also. The next two verses, I tell you, no, not the third one, the fourth and fifth, is just what Bhagavan has said. The fourth and fifth. We will see, because tomorrow morning we are going to anyway see the Atma Vichara by Bhagavan in Atma Vidya Kirtana. And tomorrow evening, we are going to see this verse 3, 4 and 5. And we will compare exactly the same thing Bhagavan has said. Whatever this Upanishad has said, exactly the same thing Bhagavan has said. It's so beautiful. So we will conclude here with this Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandham Akshayoko, and we shall take the rest of the thing tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. One more thing. I go on talking and you will go on listening. But at one point of time, there should be some sort of two-way traffic. Meaning, if you don't understand any idea or concept, or if you want to ask something, there should be opportunity given to you to ask something, some questions also. So we will see how this shapes up. So one of the session towards the end, we will have some question answer session also, so that you can ask your doubts